Lag City, big, lag City, big. What's up, my dudes? So I wanted to go in there and kind of recap my whole night of last night, which was god-awful. But first of all, let me just say, I don't blame anybody for not making it to the main event. I'm not mad at anybody that ran into me or anything like that. I just wanted to make that really clear. Like, I'm not mad. It's all good. I think I just had a lot of kind of weird, bizarre, unlucky race incident type stuff that happened, and absolutely horrific starts in both the heat race and the LCQ. Pretty sure in my heat race, I got totally stuck on the tough blocks of the second corner and couldn't go forward, and so then I had to like just sit there and back up, lost like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds just on that. And MX Simulator is one of those games where, like, if you have a full dismount crash in the first corner, you're literally making it about 10 times harder on yourself to actually get in a qualifying position. I mean, it's insane what a start in MX Simulator actually means. People don't understand it, because not only are you losing the positions by crashing in the first corner, but you're also having to go back through and pass every single one of those people one by one, and you're stuck back in the carnage. So you're literally in like a infinite meat grinder, pretty much is what it is when you're in the back of the pack on MX Simulator. And yeah, it was just rough for me here. But I was right there, so close getting it in the LCQ, even after the first corner crash. And I was right there in positioning, getting in on the heat race, but just bit of a struggle here, man. Bit of a struggle. So let me just say this to make this really clear. I don't blame any of those people that ran into me. I literally don't blame those people at all. And by the way, I don't think a single one of those people went down that ran into me and blew me off the track. Like the 7 or 8 different times that they did that, I don't think a single one of those people went down. So really what I'm blaming here is the collision system of MX Simulator, that it can even allow that. Basically, it's like turned into this bumper car type of thing where as long as you run up on the inside of somebody and you run into them in the corner, basically it's just going to bounce them right off the track, and all of that sort of inertia like ricochets off of them, and it holds your bike up for you so you don't crash, right? So you can basically 99% of people in pro racing now, they just run right into people. They just bump them right off the track, and it holds their bike up for them, and they just keep on going. So that's how 90% of your passes are on MX Simulator now, and it's just because of the collision system. You know, it should not be that easy to just run up on the inside of somebody, bounce them off the track, and you stay up like you never even hit anything. It's just way too much like that, in my opinion. That's got to be fixed, something fierce, because it's not even really like racing anymore. You know, people don't even wait till they actually have a real opportunity to pass you. They just run it right in there as soon as they could even potentially like run into you in the corner and just use you as the berm and bounce off of you. I mean, I've been saying this stuff for a while now, but man, it's just frustrating, because it's like you just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but I just want to make that clear. I'm not blaming anybody for running into me. It is what it is. You know, they're just using the systems of the collision to get by people. So I'm not blaming the people at all that ran into me. You know, I'm not even mad in the slightest. There was quite a few occasions in that heat race I just kind of held my line on the outside of the corner, knew somebody was on the inside, and they just bumped me off the track. And that's, you know, it's just kind of how it happened. I did have one incident where a dude got up completely sideways in the whoops and all of that. Definitely something I could have protested him over. It was that level of legit, and that was like one of my big crashes in the heat race that made me go to the back. But and then kind of really made me start spiraling downhill. But you guys know me. I don't protest people on MX Simulator for any reason. I never have and never will. So if you ever want to try to call me some sort of crybaby, or I love when people try to act like I'm the first guy to go out here and cry about someone running into me, or, oh, Spencer Turley, he's going to go make a rant video on you because you ran into him. Oh, yeah, right. The dude that's never protested anyone ever for any reason before on MX Simulator. Yeah, he's the guy that's going to go do that. Like, dog, like, listen to what you're saying. I've never protested anybody. I can sit there and talk about this shit all I want to, but I don't protest people. You understand what I'm saying? I don't actually, like, really try to make an act to be like, oh, well, he did something wrong, so I'm going to protest him. Like, no. I mean, I don't do any of that, man. I don't protest people. So when you look at, like, people that can just accept their fate in the race and accept what happened and don't cry about who ran into you and all that kind of stuff, like, I am the epitome of that because I don't protest people. Most of your other top dudes out here can't say that. They'll protest somebody just for running into them a little too hard. Like, it's like, dog. And then I get suspended over getting up in a corner and turning in a corner. You see why I get pissed off about that kind of shit? Because I don't even protest people, but yet people want to protest me because I get up and turn in a corner. Fuck you, bitch. That's some bullshit. And everybody knows it, too. But that's why I can be so impactful whenever I talk about how crappy the protest system is on MX Simulator, because I don't even use it. I don't even do it. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I can call people out for protesting because I don't even protest people. I man up to my fate of the race, and what happens in the race is what it is. Get what I'm saying? So that was my LCQ right there. I was caught all the way back up to 4th, right at the very end. Made a slight little mistake over that one triple in on that freaking tabletop. It is what it is. One little mistake there. But I'll play back my heat race as well here. I don't really give a hoot. Alright, so here's my heat race. So you guys will get to see some of these funny collision incidents there. But, man, with that LCQ, like, if you wreck in the first corner, it is all you can do. And by wreck, I mean, like, full dismount, right? Like, you totally crash and have the whole, like, 5-second having to pick your bike back up kind of thing. If you wreck on that, it's literally everything you got. You can have no more mistakes if you want to still qualify in. And I even think Seabolt was in that LCQ and some other top name dudes. There's a lot of top people in the LCQs nowadays on MX Simulator. It's kind of crazy, but I think with MX Simulator, it's a lot different in real life in that kind of sense. You get a lot more, like, top dudes in the LCQs more frequently and having trouble qualifying in on heat races just because of the nature of how easy it is to fall down collision-wise and how people can just bump you off the track like it's nothing and trying to avoid people. It's a lot different than it is in real life. I feel like there's a lot more crashing that happens on MX Simulator than there is in real life. Therefore, sends a lot faster people to LCQs a lot of times because of just the sheer carnage of it all. But, yeah, heat race was rough for me, man. I mean, tried to catch back up, got closer up there. Yeah, it's just tough, man. That collision certainly needs to be more risky for that person running up on the inside, in my opinion. There needs to be more of a risk of that person falling down, too, because the way it is right now, there's literally no risk. Like, you just bounce off of the person on the outside, and that person on the outside can't do anything about it. I mean, you just get bulldozed, man. You get shot into the ground, and they keep on going. So that's kind of the way that is. Oh, and by the way, the whole lag shit going on, the whole, like, point to this video here. So they had something going on, and at least I can say I think it was somewhat equal for everybody. So no matter what kind of lag's going on, as long as everybody's getting it, I'm okay with it, right? Like, is what it is. You just got to deal with the whatever's going on in the race, and everybody has to deal with the same thing. As long as it's like that, it's all good, but they certainly had something going on, and I'd noticed this like a day ago in the random Elsinore servers. I'd noticed it doing this. Basically what it's doing, it's not just like a lower frame rate lag. Oh, there's the incident of the dude getting up completely sideways. Let me see. Yeah, so this right here, okay, let me show you what a protestable offense is. And Daniel Mills, I don't have anything against you, dog. I know shit, you're just trying to get out of the whoops. I'm just trying to prove my point of me turning in a corner ain't got shit on, like, this right here, right? Like, me turning in a corner and someone protesting me for that and me getting suspended over that is not shit to what people do in every single race, RF. Like, you know, you got to realize, I mean, this right here, what Daniel Mills did right here, this literally happens in damn near every single heat race, every single LCQ. Somebody does this right here. They get up sideways. So if we were all protesting and going by the rule book of, you know, of how harsh RF can be sometimes, then everybody would be protested and everybody would be suspended, because everybody does this shit at some point. Like, some point they do this. You get what I'm saying? So this like, I'm making it look like this doesn't happen very often. This shit happens in every race I'm ever in, ever. Like, this is just it. But see, I don't jump to protest this guy because I'm not a bitch, okay? I look at this like, yo, Daniel Mills, he got up in the whoops. Yeah, he could have stopped, backed up, went straight. Yeah, he could have. But it is what it is. I had time to see him, kind of, sort of, not really. You know, there's fucking 35 people crashed in the damn corner up there. I just get a giggle out of it, because I know people. He didn't really mean to do that. He didn't mean to do it. He wrecked in the whoops. He's thinking quick. He's trying to do it quick. I've been there. I've done that, so I understand how that is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go over here and try to protest this dude for this. It's like, dog, it's a racing incident. Why the fuck did people just totally forget what a racing incident is? They totally forget. But no, Spencer Turley's the kid to go whine about being hit. Oh, he's going to go make a rant video. Oh, Spencer Turley, he's just a crybaby. Oh, yeah, okay. Gotcha, dog. So either way, that's what put the hurting right there on my my heat race. That's kind of where it all started. See, like this right here, okay? See how I get up from this, right? And I turn in the corner right here, right? So let's just say this Honda right here, this 641, if I'd have got up right here and turned, and he would have ran straight into me in this corner instead of like turning in front of me, technically, by RF standards, I could get suspended for doing that right there, for getting up and turning in the corner. Because that's how I got suspended, you know, the whole debacle, the biggest fucking scandal in RF history, you know, with your boy on my rent videos that I made back when I got protested for getting hit in the corner and all that, and then it went into the everything else of RF being corrupt and all that. But basically, it's where it started, was the whole, you know, me being getting hit in the corner and protest. But it's like this right here. I mean, I literally, if that dude right there on that Honda would have ran into me in this corner, and like Jeremy Henner's was back then in that old race, where he did basically that same thing right there, except he just ran into me and didn't, like, turn in front of me like this right here. He just ran into me in the corner when I was turning sideways in the corner. He runs into me and then protests for me for that. So just think about the true pussy level of somebody that would protest somebody for that right there. You know what I'm saying? And then here I come through, somebody legitimately getting up sideways in the whoops, going over, me running into them, and I don't protest them. So instead of just jumping to conclusions on how people are, why don't you actually look at the facts and look at who really protests who and who really does what and cries about what? I can come out here and give my little opinions on what I think people might have slightly could have done better, or what they did wrong in the race, or that guy shouldn't have ran into me on the first lap of the main event that hard, or, you know, my own little opinions about it. But I have to say it again, I don't protest people. So you can't really say that I'm crying about it. You can't really say that I'm whining about it, because I don't make an action to get that person suspended for it. See what I'm saying? So either way, yeah. So basically, the reason why you're seeing me going through two different bike dynos here, okay, this has been one of my biggest Achilles heels things in the past few years, since they've come out with the FC 2017 450. Everybody's been on that. And then some people now are on the 2018 FC and 2018 Honda. Holy shit, that was close. So basically, the biggest trick of all this is and what gets me so confused and going back and forth between dynos is I feel like there's certain bike dynos where the bike is actually faster on non-eroded tracks, and then there's other dynos that are better with the erode on, because you guys know when the erode starts going just a little bit, it almost makes the tracks get like a skatey feeling to them, makes them kind of get like a slick feeling to them. It's really bizarre, but it kind of does that when you get some like light eroded, you know, ruts on the track. Kind of makes tracks, you know, a little bit like skatey. So dynos that are specifically more of a linear power band, you know, it's a more smooth power curve, those dynos work 1,000 times better on erode, but I don't necessarily think they're as good when the erode's not there. You want more of a sharp power you know, so you're actually getting more power, but you don't want that when there are roads on there and everything's skatey. So that's why you see me going back and forth between dynos, but I have to run the FC. I'm just going to have to run it because it's so much better with the erode, and them having the erode at the levels that they have them at, especially in the main events. I mean, you got to have that more linear power, that more smooth power. You have to. So, but yeah, either way, I mean, I was right here for, you know, lap 4 after all those weird crashes and mistakes. 12th place. That's 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, right there in front of me. So that's like 2 qualifying spots in right there in front of me. We'll just kind of go through what happened. But basically, the lag that was going on in the server, this made everything weird. You know, and it was also in qualifying as well. But what it wasn't just like a standard lag. Like, you know, you're just running at like 20 frames per second. It was a spiking lag. That's what made it so tricky. So, like, you'd come around a corner, right? Buttery smooth frame rate. And then you would, like, get right up to a jump face. And your frames would go to, like, 20. Everything would lag spike. And then you'd jump in the air. And then it would go back to your full frame rate. So, everything, it was, like, really, really hard to control the bike with the lag. And you're probably not actually seeing it on this gameplay, because me playing it back like this is probably not actually going to play the lag. But I'm telling you, talk to anybody that was in these races last night. Shit was no joke, the lag on that. So right here, that was my bad. That specifically, I turned just a little bit too sharp down. Wasn't really sure where that guy was. And at the last second, it kind of caught my front end, drug my front end down. So that was my bad. But, yeah, I didn't really start getting hit too much till, like, after this. It was a little ways after this when I started getting hit. But even right here, still 12th. Man, if you don't make it in on that heat race, it's a mess and a half trying to do it in the LCQ. Because there's just not enough time in the LCQ. That's the hardest. Like, if there would have been one more lap in the LCQ, there's the first bump. Okay? So, let me just kind of show you this. By the way, Adam Holm has done this a multitude of times. He did this to me, let's see, 2 weeks ago in a heat race. Same exact sort of thing. He just takes you down, and he stays on his bike like he never even hit anything. And in that heat race, I got back up and still qualified in. But he does this. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. But, I mean, you could just see here, like, literally, you see what he's doing. I mean, I don't guess I really even have to say much here. But, like, look at the way his bike reacts here. Okay? He runs into me, and it's literally like he didn't even hit anything. Look at that. JLV, are you seeing this right now? I just want to make sure you're seeing this. Okay, your block passes, somebody can come in on the inside, and it's like they never even hit anything. I literally just steered him better. I made him steer better in the corner. That's all that just happened right here in this collision moment. So it's like, he can do that to everybody. Every single person. Like in real motocross, it wouldn't happen that easily. In real Supercross, you wouldn't be able to do that to everybody. You would actually run a risk of that causing you to crash as well. You know what I mean? So people are a lot more hesitant to just run it in there like that. But yeah, I mean, is what it is, you know, just kind of pushed me over a little right there and got back going here. I mean, hell, I'd have let the fucking dude go by. You know, that's what sucks about it. I don't want to lose the damn track position. I'd have probably if we'd have got on a straightaway and I knew he was right on my ass, I'd have kind of moved over a little for him. But it's like it's to the point now where people think they have to pass like that on MX Simulator because it's such an easy tactic. The whole, you know, bumper car bullshit, it's such an easy way to pass people. That's how everybody does it now. Here's Seabolt. Yeah, I think that was just a little bit of two lines kind of coming together there. That damn, I don't even really know what happened right there. So, yeah, I mean, I was cutting over from the, basically the natural, like when you come through this corner, you can cut over to the left a little and not have to hit the higher width on the right side. So I was right there, but yeah, I think right here at the pinnacle, he was pretty straight, but then it was like we both just came right together. So I don't really know. I think we're both a little to blame on this one here, but fucking hell, just kind of sucks. Both kind of came together right there. Damn, he got lucky and actually stayed on the bike, but Yeah, that was unfortunate. I wasn't expecting somebody to fly in from the far left over there. Yeah, so then got back up. Now I'm just, yeah, just kind of in the dirt at this point. Hard to get your momentum back when someone bumps you off the track like that, hits you with the little bump tactic on MX Simulator. Like, everyone passes everyone now. No one, like, actually passes somebody clean anymore. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. Because it's not worth it anymore. You know, I'm not blaming Adam Holm for passing people like that. It's more risky for him to try to pass me clean than it is to try to just run in there and bump me off the track. That's way more safe in the game to just bump that person off the track. You know, and that's the whole problem I'm trying to explain right now, that JLV needs to fix with the collision. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't promote bumping people off the track. There's got to be more of a risk for that person on the inside. So either way, I don't know who that was. Oh, trying to get this damn triple to the table section right here. There's something bizarre with the inertia of that FC as well that allows it to, like, I noticed as soon as I got back on the FC, I was able to jump this triple where you triple straight, like I was telling you a while ago, and you can hit that a lot easier on the FC than this bike. So that was kind of something weird that I noticed, but yeah, struggle and a half, man. Just a rough race, but it is what it is. A lot of shit went on. So this is one of those incidents right here. I knew this guy was right here, right? And I knew there was another guy on the inside, saw him on my mini-map and everything, but I just kind of held it in the corner, and he just kind of goes through there and bumps it off. Bumps me right off. So let me just kind of show you, right? So you see how it's like, doesn't really do anything to his bike. And I'm not blaming these people. You know, I'm trying to remind you guys, it's going to look like I'm crying about it. I'm not crying about it. I'm saying there's a problem with the core collision of the game. Like, it can bump me, and it just sends it like kind of auto locks your front end. It hits you with the front end lock. You know what I mean? That's basically what it does. As soon as collision hits, see, all of his inertia is coming from another direction, right? So then it front end locks my handlebars. I can't do anything. It instantly makes me hit the dirt, but yet he can just bounce off of me like nothing really happened. You see what I'm saying? That's the issue with it. So either way, that was another little hit incident right there, and then I was back in 15th. I was like, yay, this is so much fun. Had like 3-4 different me colliding with someone else right there at the end. Man, that was a rough heat race. But yeah, that's how my night went last night on MXM. So we're just going to move on. I know it sucks not making it to the main event, but it is what it is. All you can do is do all you can do, and that's all you can do, man. I mean, you know, pass is a pass. We're not going to sit here and, you know, think about this for very long. Just wanted to kind of go over everything that happened. But what my whole point to this I was trying to get at was there still are core issues with the collision of MX Simulator. Don't think for a second that the collision's just all fine and dandy. I mean, you guys know, in every single first corner race of MX Simulator, somebody crashes. And more times than not, it's more than one person. In every single first corner, every single one of them, someone crashes. So that just goes to show you it's not like real life collision in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, it was a crazy night of lag. I hope they can get that whole issue fixed. It's something on the server side. I know there was a lot of people kind of trying to like do things with their computer and trying to like try different settings and stuff like that, and nothing was really helping anybody because it was on the server side. Like I'm saying, I noticed it in the Elsinore servers like a day ago. So it's something server. There's something deep in the server code, something going on in there that's all of a sudden causing this spike lag for everybody. So they got to get that fixed like pronto ASAP to get that going for the next race, because that's really bizarre trying to avoid colliding into people when you got that spike lag going on top of everything else. But it is what it is. Was close, but no sig. We'll get it next week, man. We'll get it going. It sucks. It really does, because I know I have so much like race potential and so much racecraft. I just have to be put in the right position, and I can make it happen. But it just sucks when it's tough to get in from the heat races. So, but it happens, man. It definitely does, especially with a game like this. it's tough. It's really hard to consistently get in main events and do good on MX Simulator just with the chaos of the game and the way the game functions. Quite a bit different than real life in a lot of different ways in that sense. So, but either way, I appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Hope you guys enjoy me kind of going over here talking through the races. We'll see if I can do that on some more in the future. So, appreciate it, boys. Later.